The sacrifices that I make for my running, I believe, are absolutely worth it. It's something I have invested all this time into, not to prove anything or to become someone that I'm not, but because I love running. I would say I run because it has a sense of therapy, even. It provides you with clarity and clear thinking that wouldn't be available to you unless you were running. My past and my childhood, of course, there are things that didn't go perfectly, and honestly, I've had to work through. Running has offered that clarity at times where I can take myself out of that storm or that clouded thinking. I have lived a life before, partying and doing drugs and drinking, and there's an emptiness that comes with that I don't have to live with now, but instead I have fulfillment in running, but ultimately fulfillment in Christ. My faith to me means absolutely everything. It's worth more to me than anything else that I have.
Yeah, this is a estuary walkway in Invercargill where I've done probably most of my running, most of the building for my running career, you could call it, in Invercargill. It's just a nice place to run away from the cars, away from the vehicles, so you can just come down the bank, then go over there, and then follow that way, just a loop around this Waihopai stream here in Invercargill.
It's very cold, isn't it?
It's cold enough. It's cold in the morning, definitely. Normally we get quite a bit of fog in here, so sort of blanketed by that, but not today. Yeah.
This upcoming Dunedin half marathon, what is your goal?
My goal for the Dunedin half marathon is to cross the finish line in under 1 hour and 25 minutes. Running a sub 125 half marathon requires you to run approximately 4:00 minute per kilometer pace for 21.1 kilometers. It's a fair bit of suffering, but it's not 1 hour and 30 minutes, so it's not all bad. Balancing my running with my everyday life is a challenge for sure. I oftentimes am presented with situations where I'm choosing to run or to prioritize my training in order to ensure my goals and that I meet them over spending time with friends or spending time with family at times even. And it's a sacrifice that I don't always make the same decision on. Of course, I'm not a robot. But at times, I really feel the pressure of the fact that my training is essential and I can't just continually make excuses.
My brother has always been very determined, very disciplined. He's always wanted to be a winner. I don't know. I find it a little bit difficult to relate to him sometimes these days because he's very focused on his training, and I'm not focused on that type of training at all. So it's a little bit difficult to relate to him in that sense, but I don't think that that's bad. I think that that's just the way it is.
So my brother Jonah has always been like full of energy, but now that he's older, he's still the same. It's just more concentrated, I feel.
I have a lot of respect for it. It's very difficult to do the training that he does and do what he does. Very, very difficult. I've tried to do it in the past and tried to keep up a little bit, but I could never, you know. But I respect it a lot. I know that it takes a lot of discipline.
You enjoying being a building apprentice?
Yeah, it's good. Being a building apprentice it's nice because you get paid as you learn, of course. Some guys get dragged through the mud a wee bit as an apprentice, and it's sort of the back of every joke. But I'm not as green as I was when I started, so.
Mixing concrete and wheelbarrowing concrete for an hour or 2 hours or sometimes longer, it can make it really difficult to finish those working days and then come home and still execute a very hard training session. To me, there's something about the fact that you can push your limits. You can push your limits once to the point where you're saying to yourself, just hold on for one more minute. And then you say, hold on for 30 more seconds. And then you get to this point of extreme exhaustion and you feel as though you're almost going to collapse. People don't become people anymore, they just become blurs. And you're no longer seeing clearly. And then you say to yourself, just last one more second. Just one more second in this. And then you say one more and one more. And the idea of stopping seems like euphoric. It seems like all you do is collapse onto the ground and pure exhaustion. But then the idea of lasting longer and longer is something that really drives me.
Jonah. Keep it up. Strong. Good. How you feeling? Oh. Good. Goal was 3:30 per kilometre for 2Ks. We got 3:21, so all around happy. Cheers, Harry.
No worries, mate.
Oh,
How much faster was that pace than your supposed goal for the marathon, I guess?
That was essentially 40 seconds faster per kilometre than my goal for the half marathon pace. So a fair bit quicker. Shouldn't pull any of those out on the day.
Don't start off like that, eh?
No.
Hold back.
But yeah, considerably quicker. So, you know, there's a relief right now. Man, I don't have to run that for 21 Ks. Because I think we need a medic. We need a medic.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel good. It's a bit cold, so just need to warm up properly, but no, I feel good, legs feel good. Yeah, excited. It's a little bit of a mystery how it's going to go at the moment. I'm not too sure, too confident or whatever. A lot of intimidating, fit looking people. So, nah, that's just the way it'll go. Hopefully some good paces then. So. There's so much pressure on you to run fast and run well and run your PB, especially when all of your friends, they ask you, oh, do you have a goal?
and I do have a goal, and it's big, and I know it's going to be hard for me, and you've told this many people, and you have all that pressure on you, but then at the start line, it kind of all goes away in a sense, and you're just focusing on the race. Sort of mingled my way through the crowd to the 125, around there, the 125 finish time for the half marathon, which is essentially right at the front. And there were guys beside me who were running for a 125 as well. So I was trying to stay with them, and I stayed with them all the way till the turnaround, but it was very difficult. And then I get around the 12k mark, I get this stitch that was developing, and now it's getting even worse, and it feels like to me, oh, I have to stop. And then I say to myself, no, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going. So 12k's, and then 13k's in, and then I have to stop because it feels like someone's stabbing me.
Go, Jonah! Woo!
The closer I was to finishing the half marathon, it was as if my goal was getting further and further away.
If I fail my goal, there will be disappointment, of course. There will be a feeling of discouragement. It will be difficult to swallow, really.
Naoki Kobayashi finishing a marathon distance third place. That is a fantastic effort. Senior half marathon distance finishes Jonah Quinn, minor 10k, Ashley Jonah, kind of boring.
During the race, I wasn't too bothered because I was just trying to focus. But then afterwards, it is disappointing to see the numbers and see where things went wrong, where I could have probably done things better. Yeah, it's not something that you can just say, I'm going to train for this, going to do it, set up, and then do it. It's never that simple. But no, I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I don't want to beat myself up too much because there's always more opportunities, and I'm happy with how long I was able to hold on.
What's the goal next time?
The goal next time would be sub 125 again. If I didn't make the goal this time, so I have to get it next time, and if I feel stronger in training next time, then potentially I could move it down. But I have to back to the same goal for now. But I feel confident. I feel like I was very close this morning. So you know, it's within reach for sure.
Well done, Jonah.
Yeah, thank you.